No, why? You know, yeah, okay, go ahead and set that up. I'm not helping. No. Oh God, the world is not ready for this. Oh, how many chapters are we doing tonight? Oh God. Uh, what are you gonna be playing? What are you gonna be playing? Like on top of this? Ow. Go ahead and just put on like put no no smooth put on smooth jazz for 10 hours while this is going on. I go it's royalty free too.
Preview.
Wait, what? Is somebody here?
Shockwavesound.com.
Why are you doing it if no one's listening? I get that this is a wonderful thing, I get this is probably a wonderful thing and needs to have an intro, but why are you giving it one?
Okay, cool, there we go. I forgot to turn on my microphone. It's a good thing, though, because I have Audacity on standby. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Tonight, we're going to be reading... Is this a
sensual reading, or is this a regular reading?
Tonight, we are going to be reading... No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to WAR. They put an advertisement in the music. God dang it. They put an advertisement in the music.
What? It's supposed to be royalty free!
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they just said, oh, if you want more royalty free music, go to this website. Oh my god, that was amazing. Okay, so welcome to this reading of Change by Sparklespepper. This is a...
Are you gonna reread the first chapter?
I don't know, you want me to?
I don't want you to.
Okay, good, because I don't want to. We're gonna be starting at chapter 2. Don't shut up if you don't want. If you want chapter 1, then I'm probably gonna make a stupid video about this or something. I don't know. Got it recorded on Audacity. Accidentally closed Audacity. We don't have it on recording anymore. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna freaking break the stream for a second and check on the audio.
I don't want you to.
There we go. Yeah, it's good. Alright. Might as well start because I already forgot where I was at. In the beginning, the Mushroom Kingdom was always known for being a peaceful kingdom. It's very... We've just freaking started, man.
I don't want...
Shut up.
I can't commit.
Shut up.
Me and the squeaky chair cannot commit.
Shut up, Stinks. That peace was broken when a monstrous Koopa King named Bowser invaded their land.
Yeah, hold on, I think I know where we were at. We were at the part...
I know. I remember now.
We were discussing Peach's voice breaking the spell.
Yes.
And then it was really...
He transformed the mushroom people into blocks and other items, as well as kidnapping the ruler, Princess Peach Toadstool, who is the only one capable of turning her back into normal by just the use of her beautiful voice.
Hold on. So she can turn herself back to normal.
She was never. She wasn't a mushroom person. Okay, I'm gonna get really annoyed by that. The freaking smooth jazz just randomly has this freaking like computer generated voice come in and be like, "This is a preview" or something similar. And it's just like really bothering me.
Get different royalty-free jazz on YouTube, like 10-hour royalty-free jazz.
No, that's gonna lag out the stream. Alright. The purpose of the king's action was to rule over the Mushroom Kingdom, his own, and get revenge on all those who treated the Koopa people poorly. He later fell in love with the kingdom's fair princess, and decided to make her his bride as well.
No, that was. No, that's not what happened. Not only not according to this fanfiction, but not according to the. That is not what happened.
At the kingdom's greatest time of need, two unlikely plumber heroes, not to be confused with just plumbers or heroes, set out on a dangerous journey and saved the princess from the Mushroom King. I call them a Mushroom King.
Actually, originally it was one.
From the Koopa King. Their names were Mario and Luigi. Together, they became known as the Mario Brothers, because screw Luigi. The Mario Brothers were twins, and they had become the Mushroom Kingdom's protectors ever since their first rescue. They have saved the princess, the kingdom, and even sometimes the world numerous times from the Koopa King.
Wait, so they had it.
As well as other evil threats like him.
Okay. What about like the Paper Mario universe? Is that still like only Mario, or is that?
No, that's not canon.
How does that fit in the timeline?
In this timeline, Mario and Luigi. No, but Superstar Saga is canon in this universe.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
What about like Galaxy?
No. Actually, well, it's never acknowledged, so I don't know. But as great heroes the brothers may be, only one of the two was very well known. It's probably the one who has their name in the freaking title.
God.
The oldest brother, Mario.
Luigi.
Yes, the oldest brother, Luigi. No, the oldest brother, Mario, was the kingdom's #1 hero and sworn protector. He was known for being brave, courageous, and strong. Many people idolize him and honor him for honor the world numerous times. And sometimes even the world numerous times from the Koopa King and other evil threats like him. I'm starting to read the wrong thing. Help! I'm becoming dyslexic. Alright, they honor him for his heroes. The younger brother, Luigi, he was also seen as a hero, but not as well known around the kingdom. Unlike his brother, he was known for being quite timid and the coward in the sight of danger. This caused his popularity to lessen to a point where people barely even remember his name, earning him the title of the Green Wonder.
Well, like the only people who don't remember his name are the assholes, because like, he's the better Mario Brothers canonically.
But despite his flaws, he was just as great of a hero as his brother, even coming to his rescue when he was captured by the King of the Boos.
Yeah, the best of the heroes is getting to the fucking.
I just screwed up all the audio because my headphone broke. I'm just kidding, it only broke for a couple seconds, but still it went. Alright. For many years, the brothers protected and served the kingdom in all hopes that the peace may be restored one day. Oh man, we're getting fancy now. But unbeknownst to them, true peace can only be restored by one of the two. Ba-da-da! Like every attack made by the Koopa King Bowser, the inhabitants of Toad Town, Mushroom Kingdom's capital, Not the Mushroom Kingdom, just Mushroom Kingdoms. And the doorstep to their Mushroom Royal Castle, which simply repair any damages they made and return back to normal to their peaceful ways, like nothing ever happened. Like nothing had happened. No, my bad. Like nothing had happened. Because that's how it's written. But lately, it seems it's different. It wasn't just one-sided either. Attacks from Bowser and his army had doubled recently. It was getting pretty tiresome, at least more than it originally had been. Normally, the Koopa King would attack at least once a month. Now he's attacking twice, sometimes even 3 times in a month. The reason for the sudden change... What? The reason for the sudden change was the marriage between...
Between what?
Super Mario and Princess Toadstool. His name is Mario, not Super Mario. God dang it! Stop calling him that.
It's Mario. It's Mario Jumpman. Everyone knows that.
No, Jumpman is in parentheses. Not parentheses.
Mario Jumpman Mario.
Right? Freaking quotation marks. There we go. Alright, so they blah blah blah. It's been 1 year since the great hero and the fair ruler tied the knot in the Mushroom Kingdom. Never felt so safe or so powerful. Everyone was overjoyed when the two announced their engagement and were thrilled when the marriage was made official. But not everyone was happy. Bowser, who was supposedly in love with the princess, grew furious and had to double his attempt. Even now, even though she was married, he still tries to make her his wife. Even though this was making the whole entire thing tiresome. With almost an entire year worth of marriage under the belt, the royal couple were hoping for finally some change and peace. Yeah, okay. I guess that's a way to word that.
So you sacrifice your brother.
Not yet.
For peace.
Eventually. But their reunion was enough. They decided to take a different approach. Here we go. Now we're getting started. The sun was shining on as it cast its rays over the peaceful settlement of Toad Town. North from the town lay a castle. This castle was home of the Mushroom Kingdom rulers, King Mario and Queen Peach. Inside the castle was the king himself. He was pacing around as his queen sat on her throne. Today, the funny part is, though, for a second there, I thought sat on her throne was like slang for sat on her ass. Anyway, today was the day they've been waiting for. Mario was panicking. Peach sat on her ass.
This is the day you're waiting for.
Yes. The day was they were finally going to put an end to this long-lasting battle between the Mushroom Kingdom and the Koopa Clan. Oh god, they're a clan now.
I thought they were just the Koopa Kingdom.
No, they're a clan apparently.
They weren't a clan, they were a kingdom.
No, it's the Koopa Kingdom clan. The KKK.
It was the Koopa Kingdom clan.
The Koopa Klux Klan. Anyway.
The cool Koopas clan. The CCC. CCs.
This was a nice reading and I just started making KKK jokes.
You just realized this was streaming and you start...
Alright. Mario, please settle down. You're gonna make a hole in the carpet.
You're gonna make a... Wait, how do you make a hole in the carpet?
You pace back and forth so much that you freaking make a hole in the carpet. The Red King...
Yeah, that would take like years. Jeez, unless you're like really dragging your...
He's going hyperspeed, man.
Alright, he is Super Mario after all.
Yes.
And so he sacrifices his brother to the gods.
We're not there yet, god dang it, shut up. Also, he didn't do it to the gods. They wish it was. That would be a bit more interesting. Just Mario sacrifices Luigi to the gods, and then he realizes he's made a horrible mistake, and then he goes on a freaking journey of redemption in order to get him back. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Instead, we get this horrible rom-com. Anyway. The Red Knight sighed. I called him a knight, god dang it. The Red King sighed and to return to his from the throne. Sorry, Peach. I guess I'm just a bit anxious.
Oh god, I'm so glad I'm playing something mind-numbing like Call of Duty, just so that way
My face is getting numb from all this. Peach smiled. I understand. After all, it's not every day that you have to invite your worst enemy over to talk about peace between the lands. Right. He walked over and sat next to her on his throne. I hope he doesn't try something. You know Bowser. He's always got some up his sleeves. He has no sleeves. Okay. I'm sure everything will be fine, Peach assured him. One way or another, Bowser's going to stop attacking the kingdom.
Hold up. So, did you make the no sleeves joke, or did
I did.
you made it?
Yeah, of course. There's no way.
Oh, thank God. I thought
they're not they're not that cringy, man. Give them some credit. They're not that cringy. And once that's over, we can finally start we're focusing on raising a family. Mario smiled at that idea and took her hand. For a while now, the two had considered having children, but with constant attacks by the Koopa King, they thought it would be too dangerous to try for one. Jesus Christ, that'd be awkward. Just freaking, you're just in bed, and then freaking giant turtle bursts through the door like, yo, I'm gonna take your wife now. They wanted to raise their family at a time of peace, not war. The door opened. The royal couple had turned their heads towards their most loyal servant rushing in with the news. Your Majesties, said Toad. The Koopa King has arrived! I knew it was going to be... I took a gamble with that, by the way. I didn't remember if it was Toad. I just freaking read it in that voice and took a gamble, so I'm glad that was actually Toad.
I'm so glad. I wish it was... You've been forced to read the entirety of Luigi's lines like that.
I freaking read Toad like a sensual man. Mario tightened his hold on the wife. Yes, he tightened the wife on his hold. No, he titled. Yes, I can't say words. Help. Okay. Mario tightened the hold on his wife's hand, silently promising her that he wouldn't let her go. Why? Okay.
Okay. Let me guess. He immediately lets go.
Yes, it's the freaking Titanic. Yes, it's the Titanic. Peach responded by placing her hand on top of his, as if knowing he will always be there for her. With a deep sigh, Mario stood up from his throne with his wife by his side and started heading outside the throne room. Let's get this started then. That was my way of reading the X's that say it's a different page. Bowser Koopa, the king of the Koopas and the ruler of the Darklands. For years, he had been trying to capture the Mushroom Kingdom's princess, as well as make her kingdom his own. Now he was at her castle. Yes, her castle. He was not ready. Now he was in her castle, not to fight, but to make peace with her and her new husband. Her husband is italicized for some reason. He sneered at the thought of a husband. Or who he knew as his most hated enemy, that blasted Red Plumber. He was always there to step in and ruin his plans. And now he had taken her...
plans?
Yes, his plans.
His plans.
He was always there to step in and ruin his plans. He had taken his princess and now his kingdom. He hated the plumber for that.
He hated the plumber for that. Can we forever just keep him stereotypically Chinese?
Just the mere thought of making peace with him made him want to chuck up his lunch. My bad. It made him want to upchuck his lunch. Regardless, he came to the castle anyway, because he was willing to compromise. As surprising as it may seem, he may never get the princess, or his kingdom for that matter, but in exchange for peace, he could always ask her something else. Woo! End of chapter. I want to point out I've been playing the freaking jazz music at 75% speed. So everything sounds unnecessarily creepy.
Perfect. That is how you set the mood for fanfiction. Playing smooth, royalty-free 70. Wait, have you been doing it on YouTube now?
Yeah, we've been doing it. Alright. Chapter 3. The Treaty. Author's note. Sorry, short chapter. It's a good note. It's a good note.
Short chapter?
Sorry, short chapter. Good note. What?
What a note. What?
Okay, are you ready? We're gonna start the chapter.
Oh god.
Are you ready?
Okay. What's wrong?
What? You cannot be serious, because Mario would totally talk that way. Bowser crossed his arms and smirked. It pleases him to see how worked up his foe was. Oh, but I am serious. Plumber face. Oh dang, sick burn!
Oh, damn! We got some sick burning.
It was either that, or I keep coming here like I always do. But why would you ever ask for such a thing? Peach said softly. Bowser turned to her. Because, Princess, he is stealing something most dear to me. So, in order to make it fair, I must steal something most dear to him. Peach was never yours to begin with, Mario argued, anger written all over his face. Or yours, for that matter, Bowser argued back. She was fair game until you came along and swept her off her feet. In a way, you took her from under me. I want something in return. Oh dang, freaking Bowser getting salty.
He makes a good point, though.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
He's a freaking salty turtle, though.
Although Bowser never just plain straight up asked.
Freaking Bowser's one of those guys who freaking, where you're just like, just ask already. And he's just like, no, I can't do that. I gotta do something different. So he kidnaps her. This is insane. There's no way I'm agreeing to this. In that case, you won't get the piece you wanted so much. Have fun getting used to me at my monthly visits. King Bowser, if you... Oh, my bad. This is a Toad counselor. King Bowser, if you would please, allow us some time to consider your offer, said a Toad counselor. Bowser placed his hand on his chin, thinking over the request. That changes everything if you swap those two words. Thinking over and overthinking. Alright, I'll give you some time, he said. But if I don't get an answer by today, then the deal is off. But there is no deal. There's no way I'm agreeing to this. Hold on, Highness, let's be reasonable about this. There's nothing unreasonable about this offer. I'm not accepting it. My queen, please, talk some sense into him. Oh, it's Toadsworth. I don't know, Toadsworth. Mario does have a point. But this may be our only chance to bring the kingdom to finally to peace into its former glory. Do you know what Bowser's talking about? Mario is. This Koopa's known for tricks and lies. Still, he's willing to make a compromise. Perhaps not everything he does is a lie. Mario snorted in disbelief, looking the other way. Peach sighed and took her long-time counselors. Took to her long-time counselors. I need a drink. Wow, that was some flat coke. All right. Could you give us a few minutes to ourselves?
I wonder if anybody's actually watching this.
They will later.
We will know later.
Yes, if not, then we'll force Kenny.
This is awful.
We'll force Kenny or something. Anyway.
We'll force Kenny to watch the entirety of it.
Yes.
It's like ultimate gunpoint. We'll watch.
We'll do the classic thing where we duct tape his eyelids open.
No. We'll peel up his eyelids and staple them.
Okay, I'm gonna go have to leave the room and vomit real quick because that's freaking disgusting.
Sorry.
That's freaking cruel, man. Jesus. Also, why would he have to... Actually, when I think about it, there's no reason to do that. There's no visuals outside of Kermit the Frog spazzing out in front of a curtain. Look at it for an hour. Do it. Okay. The counselors nodded. Each one stood up from their chairs and left the room for the royal couple to have some private time. Once they were gone, Toadsworth was the last one remaining. I know you two would rather discuss this over yourselves, he said. But allow me to say this. Jesus. I'm becoming Toadsworth. I have been a steward for a long time, so I'm aware of difficult decisions.
No, just read it like a toad voice. Read it like a toad voice.
It's Toadsworth, man. Toadsworth has a canon voice and is Right. I have learned nothing that would be fair or easy. Some sacrifices have to be made, especially the lives of many now rest on the choices you make. Why am I musical? With that said, he bowed to them and left the room. Once gone, Peach turned to her husband, who had yet made a compromise. Mario, she said softly. Silence was her answer. Mario, please, look at me. For a moment he did not reply, but then his head slowly turned to her. She said sadly, Mario, I know it's hard. She explains, you didn't need to freaking... That's repetitive, stop. But Toadsworth is right. Our job as rulers doesn't matter first. I know you're worried. God dang it, you were doing so good and then you broke your English. I know you're worried. I know you're worried. You are not worried, you are worried. She continued, trust me, I'm worried too. But we don't have any other options. We have to accept Bowser's offer. Mario was silent. He didn't want to accept it.
They do have other options. Kill the bastard. Get him.
He really didn't. But he was king now. And as king, he must think of what's best for his people, even if he has to give up something to retrieve it. How do we know if we can really trust him? He said. We don't, she confessed. But all we can do is set up obligations to ensure that he does. Mario let out a deep sigh. Fine, I'll accept his offer.
Oh.
Next chapter. I mean, not chapter, freaking page. Mario stared blankly as he watched a large Koopa leave his domain. His airship disappearing slowly over to the horizon. He sighs, rethinking the decision as he had to make. It was the hardest thing that he's ever done as a king so far. Probably forever. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, he won't have to make hard decisions in the future. No.
Yeah, because the only thing that was ever causing conflict is gone. Queen Peach and Toadsworth approached him. Peach took his hand and held it affectionately. Toadsworth came by his side to pat him on the head. Oh, my bad, on the back. I got so used to head pats. Oh, my hand was on my head. That's how that happened. Okay. You did the right thing! Why am I reading him as, like, freaking Doc Brown? He said, tomorrow we will begin writing the travesty down. I mean the treaty down.
What are you reading?
And soon Peach will return to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Toadsworth?
Yes.
Is it, wait, hold
Doc
on.
Brown as Toadsworth.
Is that Toadsworth?
Yes, it's Doc Brown as Toadsworth.
Okay. I wish you just read him as stereotypical Toad, but...
No, we save that for Toad, which happens a lot. King Mario, where are you going? Toadsworth asked. To my brother, Mario replied without looking back. Peach and Toadsworth shared a quick glance.
Dude,
do you want me to come with you? Peach asked.
Luigi always gets to short into the fucking stick.
He gets to poop into the stick. He doesn't get to be the kid chasing people with poop on a stick. He is forced to be the poop chased. No. I think it's best if I see him alone. Before anything else was said, the Red King disappeared around the corner, leaving his queen and steward alone in a room. Do not fret, my queen, Toadsworth said. What's done is done. Only thing we have to worry about now is the future. Peach kept her gaze on Mario. Where Mario once was. I hope so. Ending note. A guest commented that Mario was as a king is sort of odd for them. I'm not gonna lie, it sort of felt odd for me too. It's the worst. It's even worse because I'm the one who has to write about it. Unfortunately, the majority of the story doesn't focus on him or his main kingship. Yay! Review, smiley face.
Wait. Why would you review? It's been 3 chapters.
No, you're supposed to review the chapter. It happens. I swear to God. They only do it when they're like people who read JoJo do that.
Who hate JoJo?
No, they read it.
What, they review?
No, they don't read the review of this. They review the chapter. Because chapters take like 5 years. Anyway. Chapter 4. Broken Bonds. Don't forget to pay your bonds. You gotta go to war. Finish the Coke. Let's start another. There we go. We got it. Now I have a nice audio recording if I ever need that later. Alright. A small yet cozy house lay stationary in a small area just outside of Toad Town.
Wait, isn't it just wasn't it Luigi's giant freaking mansion?
No, just like Luigi's Mansion. It just. Oh wait, that's right. This is the freaking. Thanks to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, the perfect ending for Luigi's Mansion is no longer canon.
Oh.
Now Luigi lives in a normal-sized house.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's...
Because apparently he didn't... Because either A, he saved all his money that he got from the mansion and was like, I ain't spending this on a house, I'm gonna spend it on freaking luxuries. I mean, he did have a TV, and that's pretty freaking expensive in a Mario world. Anyway. The house was once owned... First typo already. What are we, like 10 words in? Anyway. Was once owned by the famous Mario Brothers. But since the Red Hero's marriage and the crowning of the king, he had resorted to the Royal Mushroom Castle. Now only his younger brother, Luigi, lives here, along with his ghostly canine companion, Spectro.
Is that his actual name?
What, you didn't know the ghost dog's name was Spectro?
Oh, I was just questioning the canonicity.
Yes, there's a cannon, you can shoot it. Anyway. A gloved hand gently knocks at the house's front door. A minute later, the door opened, revealing the Green Plumber himself. Why do I sound so freaking somber for that sentence? Hey, Luigi. The man blinked. Mario? What are you doing here? The Red King rubbed in the back of his head in a nervous sort of manner. I just thought I'd, come by and check on how you're doing, he replies.
What's going on?
Okay then. Luigi frowned. He was not quite sure why his brother chose to come and see him now. When it was almost the end of the day, Mario took a moment to look over his brother for the first time in a long time. He was still wearing the same old green shirt, blue hats, overalls, and green cap. Can I come in? Luigi blinked and realized they were still outside. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Come in. Mario nodded and entered inside. The house he used to call home. Not much to change since his crowning. Everything was still where he left it. He stood in the middle of his living room with his brother with the... I was doing so good, god dang it! He stood in the middle of his living room while his brother closed the door behind him. Where's Spectro? He's usually the first one to the door. The professor needed some research. I'm going by later to pick him up, Luigi replied. So close, you put an S instead of a D. Do you want something? Some tea or any snacks? Mario shook his head.
Tea is canon in the friggin' wait, that was which game proved tea was canon in the Mario universe?
That's a Paper Mario thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. That was also the same one that made coffee canon, anyway. Well, that was before they removed it.
And regular foods, right?
Well, It's not canon. It's not a mushroom. It's not in the Mario universe. No. Alright.
I know spaghetti is canon, pizza is canon.
Stop now. It's not canon. None of that is canon. Italian foods.
Yeah.
The existence of Brooklyn and Italy do not exist in the Mario universe. They just happen to be there.
Yeah, yeah, it is canon. I hope you made lots of spaghetti. Mario Hotel is canon.
Mario Hotel is freaking.
It's canon.
Shut up.
Spaghetti exists in the
Lots
Mario
of spaghetti.
universe.
Shut up. All right.
And by proxy, I can assume that pizza exists too.
Sweet instrumental cafe music, and it's 3 hours long. This should be helpful. All right. Audio test. Say words. Knock knock, it's Knuckles. Say words.
Ah,
Okay, that's good.
got me.
Or at least I think that's good. Sweet instrumental cafe music, and it's 3 hours long. This should be helpful. Alright. Audio test. Say words.
Right, so what's going on?
Okay, good.
What, are you waiting on me to say something?
I was testing the audio and stuff.
Why do you need to
Because-
retest the audio?
Because I had different jazz music, okay? Alright, let's see where we left off. Oh, now I remember. The T. Mario shook his head. No thanks.
But yes,
I won't be staying long anyways. Oh, Luigi said with noticeable sadness in his voice. They both went up and went silent after that, and soon things became awkward between them. For the first time, Luigi took a glance at his slightly older brother. No longer was he wearing the usual plumber suit. He was wearing much nicer clothes, ones that fit a king, with a crown atop his head. So, Mario said, trying to break the silence, how are things with you and Daisy? Oh, no.
oh god.
Luigi flinched. He turned his gaze elsewhere. Mario had to mentally slap himself. He had forgotten that the two had never gotten together. Still just friends. Luigi replied forcefully. Well, I failed that execution. Alright. Life for the Green Plumber hasn't always been as glamorous as his older twin brother. For one thing, Princess Daisy, the ruler of Sarasala land. Sarasala. Yes, I did say it right. Sarasara. The one from Zelda. Nah. It could have been Sahara, but no, they said Sarasala. Whatever. And the woman he had loved for the longest time. Oh no! I forgot this!
What happened?
In this universe, it's canon that Daisy turned down Luigi for Waluigi.
What?
Waluigi, that freaking genie pimp. We got Waluigi, a player.
Wait, what? Wait, is that canon?
No, but it is in this story.
No, poor.
Since the
Goddamn
rejection,
Waluigi.
the green hero had become depressed. The green hero had become depressed.
God, why? Nothing in this man's life goes right. Not even in the fictional universe.
Did you hear what I just said?
Jesus. What?
Luigi had become depressed.
Yeah, I know.
I am depressed. He is not depressed. He is just depressed. Separating himself from his fans and family, especially Mario. The Red King hadn't been doing much to help discourage his younger brother. He'd been too busy dealing with royal affairs to even check on him. Awkward silence broke the two brothers again. Over the past years, the relationship between the two brothers had started to dwindle. Their once tight bond slowly but steadily began to loosen as Mario's popularity grew and his did not. The biggest strain happened when Mario and Peach finally got together. Since his crowning of king, the two rarely saw each other. "So," Luigi said, desperately trying to change the topic, "how are things at the castle?" "Doing great. Doing great, actually. I just came from a meeting with Bowser, actually." Oh! And how did it go? Luigi said curiously. Here we go. We're gonna break it to him.
No!
Everyone in town knew about the meeting between the Mushroom Rulers and the Koopa Kingdom. It was an attempt to bring back the peace that was stolen from Bowser. Yes, Bowser. The day Bowser first invaded the kingdom and tried to kidnap the princess, now queen. Mario took a seat in a chair. Truth? It would be kind of good. That's good, right? Luigi sat down on the couch. He was surprised to hear that the Koopa King was actually very cooperative. Usually Bowser won't do anything unless he gets something in return. And even after when he gets what he wants, he tends to go back on his word. Not exactly. Mario frowned. He said he would stop under one condition. Luigi frowned. "What is it?" "Someone dear to me has to resign over to his side." "What?" Luigi stood up from his seat. Shock was written all over his face. "Mario, you can't do this! After all these years, you can't just give up like that!" "I know, Luigi, but I have no choice. I have to accept this offer." "Do you know how many times Bowser cheated and lied just to get what he wants? What difference does this make?" "I don't know, but the opportunity is too great. This may be our only chance to bring peace to the kingdom, whether Bowser means it or not." Luigi sighed softly and sat back down on the couch. Silence. God dang it. It's ran, not run. Silence ran between the two brothers once again. The air was thick with tension. After several minutes, Luigi looked up at his brother and said softly, "So, who's it gonna be?" And now here's tension because I have to scroll down. There were a lot of people Mario considered dear to him. He could have chosen any of them. But Mario let out a deep sigh and did not want to answer. Luigi grew more concerned at his brother's silence. "Mario, I must know. Who did you give up?" More silence to his answer. The tension between them started to really bother Luigi. "Is it Toad?" he guessed. This time, Mario shook his head, clearly stating that Toad was safe. "Yoshi?" he guesses again. Another head shake, no. His guess brought a quiver to his voice. "Peach?" "Mario, don't tell me you actually gave up Peach!" After years of saving the Pink Princess and falling in love with it in the process, it was hard to believe if Mario was willing to give her up, but another hard shake proved the man that it was not. "No, it's not Peach," Mario spoke finally. Luigi sighed with another relief, but was nervous to hear which friend Mario was given up willingly. After all,
why would he give up his brother? Why didn't he
that friend was most likely dear to him too. "Mario, please, tell me, who did you give up to Bowser?" After what feels like forever, Mario finally looked up to him and said with sad blue eyes, and gave him a dreaded answer. "You. I agreed to give up you." End of chapter. Okay, now you can complain.
Why? Why did he specifically choose his brother? He could have chosen Toad of all.
Actually, it's true though. Like Toad is like the most disposable character. I'm assuming that he was going to give up Toad, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't want that." That's the only thing I could think of. Ending note: Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Oh my God! Way to break the ice.
Also, Amazon is now trying to sell me a $100 mini USB 25 note launchpad keyboard. Alright. Chapter 5. Doing what's best. Mario didn't look. He just couldn't. If he did, then he'd have to stare at shock and disbelief on his brother's face. That was just something he couldn't bear to see. After an endless silence, one of them finally spoke. What? Surprisingly, it was Luigi who was first to speak. He talked so softly, so quietly. Mario didn't even hear him, almost. His head was down and saddened. That was almost the sentence! His head was down. He cast his head down in sadness. I'm sorry, Luigi, he said. I really am. You're giving me away? Mario sighed. He knew this was going to happen, which is why he came to him alone. He moved forward to kneel in front of his older brother. Please, Luigi, understand. I had to do this, but Luigi was having trouble forming words. He couldn't even believe what he was hearing. His brother was actually giving him up to the Koopa King, no less. Why me? He finally answered. Bowser. Mario answered directly. He asked for you specifically. He cast his head down to the ground. He said I'd stolen something dear to him.
Oh, that's why.
And the only way to make it fair was to give him something dear to me. But wasn't Peach's... I said that, but you know how stubborn he is. Anyways, he promised to leave the kingdom in peace if you were signed to his side. And you believed him? Luigi shouted, tears running down his cheeks. Of course I didn't! Mario looked up again. I don't believe a word that comes out of that Koopa's mouth. Then why did you agree to it? He shot up, causing Mario to fall back slightly. Because, Mario said softly, the offer was too good to pass up. But I'm your brother, Mario. I know that. And so does Bowser. By the way, I want to point out, instead of saying does, he said those. Which was why he asked for you in the first place. So you're saying you would have been better off without me? Of course not. I'm just saying that because he's aware of our relationship and he knows who to go after. And since Peach is out of the picture, you're the next best thing. Luigi scoffed and turned away from his brother. Regardless of his brother's reactions, he was greatly upset to hear him getting trade off like that. Didn't their bond mean anything to him? I'm not going. Mario sighed. Luigi, you have to go. If you don't go, then the Mushroom Kingdom will be at constant war with the Koopa Clan. Do you really want that to happen? I don't know, maybe. Mario scowled. Now Luigi was talking selfishly. He wasn't going to risk the lives of thousands just because his brother didn't want to do something. Luigi. He flinched when he heard his name and being called in that tone. Slowly, he took a glance at him. Mario's stance was straight, his head was held high, and his eyes were glazing. Luigi grew afraid. Yes. It's a process that is happening currently. It has not happened just yet. Luigi grew afraid, knowing he had just displeased his brother. Could you just word that more awkwardly? Not only am I only your older brother, but I am also your king, and as your king, I order you to resign to Bowser's side, whether you like it or not. His voice was so firm and full of authority, it demanded him to listen. And without a question, Luigi put his lips together and turned away. Silently, he nodded in cooperation. All right then, Mario said in a softer but firm tone. Tomorrow we're going to start making a treaty. Once it's signed and done, it'll be effective the following day. During that time, I suggest you decide you decide what you can carry. Luigi nodded. Again, slightly not daring to look at his brother. Satisfied, Mario turned to his brother and left, even though it says leave.
Why is he satisfying?
Because they freaking... Because the writer failed to freaking forget. Like these are written over like a week each chapter, so it's probably like a gap somewhere. I'm assuming he was just satisfied that his brother was freaking willing to, you know, think of the greater good or something.
Well, no, he'd be relieved that his brother would listen. He wouldn't be satisfied.
I don't know.
Like, satisfied that your brother finally turned over.
I told you these first chapters aren't very good. Okay. All right.
Well, they aren't very good in general. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, they're less gooder. All right. Let's see. He paused. He opened the door, but he paused to look at his brother once more. He had his back towards him, but Mario could tell he was greatly upset. He sighed. Luigi, I'm truly sorry, but things are different from the way they used to be. I'm a king now, and as king, I have to think what's best for my people, and this is what's best for them. Luigi didn't say anything. He knew Mario was listening. Without another word, he exited the house and closed the door behind him. Luigi stood there, alone, in his little house. He sighed deeply and let his arms fall heavily on the side as he sluggishly made his way upstairs. Once he got to his room, he let the door close on his arm, and he fell onto his bed. The sounds of soft weeping filled the air as Luigi began to shed tears into his pillow. The stream of tears continued to fall all throughout the days and nights until his time to depart kindly came, 2 weeks later. Jesus freaking Christ, that is... How does this man have water in his system? This man should be, like, freaking missing a good chunk of the water in his body if that's the case.
Yeah, that too. I was gonna say he knows how to make a crying scene. Like, Jesus Christ. For what it is, that was really goddamn hard to listen to.
I think I helped it out by not reading it in a monotone voice.
Bye.
I've been dramatically reading this stuff, man. I've been shifting to the tone that it's been trying to send. Oh boy, here we go. It's time for the day. It's the next page. Are you ready? It's the day of departure. Today was perfect. The sun had risen. I'm having typos in my own speeches. The sun had risen and hung of itself over the air. Several puffy white clouds slowly became passing by.
Please tell me they're like the smiling.
Of course, why would they not be? They're not going to be the sad face clouds. That's only when they're raining. Anyway.
True.
The temperature was comfortably warm, and the sky was a brilliant set of blue. Unfortunately, the perfect day was the worst day for one man. The one man forced to leave his home.
Well, wouldn't it be bad for several people who actually liked him and cared for him?
Nah.
Like, I don't know, maybe Daisy or...
She's married to Waluigi. Okay, I want to point out, Peach is like, oh, we gotta do it for the greater good of the kingdom. Same thing with Mario. Toad is Toad, and Waluigi is dating Daisy. The end. In other words, they don't care.
This man's life is nothing right.
Also, remember, the only sign of communication, except for Paper Mario, which is not entirely canon, is through the power of mail. Meaning that...
Yeah,
so that means that communication's also going to be pretty freaking slow.
Right.
Luigi stood in front of... I've said that weird. Luigi stood in front of the Mushroom Castle with 2 suitcases packed and ready to be beside him.
Suitcases pack?
Yeah.
What?
Luigi stood in front of the Mushroom Castle with 2 suitcases packed and ready beside him. Not packed. I just got a Coke can stuck, like a Coke tab stuck on one of my freaking arm hairs. There you go. Okay. I ripped out a hair. Anyway. Behind him was his brother, the Queen, and all his friends. All of them had a sad, teary expression on their face, for they just finished saying their goodbyes to him. Oh, hey, look, we just retconned what your complaint was.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
You complaining before the freaking story can explain.
Wait, hold up. Why would it be sad for several people?
Because some people still remember his name. The sound of an airship draws their attention. Everyone looks to see the Koopa cruiser coming out in the distance. Before long, it reached the castle and landed on the open space in front of it. The aircraft continues to run even as the Koopa King steps out to exit. I always want to say Koopa Kid. Okay, Green Stash, let's go. I ain't got all day. I turned him freaking New Yorker on accident. Luigi swallows hard. He bends down and grabs the hold of his suitcases. Slowly, he's moved to the broad on move to. Oh, okay. So he just accidentally meant to type board, but instead wrote broad. Okay, cool. Under the Koopa's cruiser.
I feel so bad for Luigi. Luigi gets the short end of the shitty. He gets the short shitty end of the stick. Always.
He doesn't even get the stick.
Yeah, he gets.
He gets negative stick. They take sticks away from him.
They take sticks away from him and get monkeys to throw their poop at him.
But he doesn't have any sticks, so he's in stick debt. He's in stick debt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
Although his face looked tired and teary from the time the unstopped crying, he kept his expression as stony as he could make it. Halfway through, he glanced over his shoulder to look at his friends and family one last time. First he saw Yoshi, then Toadette, a few others, and after them, the professor with his polterpup, Pectra, along his side.
Wait, why couldn't the puppy?
He didn't want his ghost friend to come along, so he entrusted his old professor to take good care of it for now.
Wait, why wouldn't he want him to come along?
I don't.
If you're gonna go somewhere, you want your best friend with you. If you're gonna take your best friend with you, why wouldn't you?
Because dramatic tension. Don't worry about it. He comes back later anyway.
Yay! Yay!
And later, I mean, like for one chapter, but he's already happy by then, so it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna stop questioning his fanfiction. Now. Oh,
yeah,
God.
exactly.
I don't know. I'm not
You're getting invested. Stop. Once he finished looking over the rest of his friends, he turned to his family. Mario looked over all sad, and Peach was ready to cry again. Why is Toadsworth part of his family?
Well, I don't know either.
Toadsworth looks sad as well, but not nearly as sad as Mario. Alright, fine. Don't give any, descriptive details. Just do it. A push told him to move fast and caused him to shiver slightly in fear. Moldham... I just called Mario Moldham. Mario told him Bowser wasn't allowed to place serious harm on him under the rules of the treaty, but that didn't stop him from being afraid. Once he entered the cruiser, Bowser entered after him, and soon they were taking flight. From a small window, he looked over the Mushroom Kingdom one last time. His friends, his family, his home. He was leaving it all behind for something worse. End of chapter! All chapters will vary. However, they will be at least 1,000 words long. Okay.
Or one picture.
Now, Amazon is advertising me a $450 giant chess set. Why is it always some sort of variant of chess? I mean, technically the keyboard also was because it has black and white keys. It's a conspiracy. Alright. It took Luigi an hour before... Okay, what? Actually, wait, no, I didn't read the chapter.
Should I even question how old they are?
Old enough. Old enough to have sex and to get married. Enough said. Also, technically speaking, if you think about it, Luigi and Mario are technically around 30, so...
I'm gonna take everyone's age with a grain of just giving it the benefit of the doubt that everyone's 23. Aside from the king, aside from King Koopa, who's way older.
And characters that are purposely supposed to be younger.
I'm gonna take it with everyone. Yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt that everybody's.
You're gonna get a lot of salt. You're gonna need more than a grain of salt because there's a lot of characters. All right, Chapter 6. Chapter 6. Wedlock. All right. It took Luigi an hour before he was able to tear away his gaze from the window. By then, the Mushroom Castle had long disappeared into the distance. They were now heading towards Bowser's Keep. He sighed heavily and turned back to the ship. No one paid mind to him, not even Bowser. They just kept on doing their own thing. He turned his attention back to the window. He didn't want to get into trouble on his first day, so he just stood put and did nothing until they reached the castle. After about an hour, he started to wonder what was taking so long. Bowser's castle wasn't that far away from the Mushroom Kingdom by air. In fact, they should have been there already. But he didn't complain about it to anyone. To him, the longer it takes, the better. It took another 20 minutes before he realized they weren't heading towards Bowser's Keep. The landscape was still sunny compared to the constant darkness of the Darklands. Repetitive statement is repetitive. When another hour passed, they finally reached their destination. So that's like an hour and 30 minutes, like 3 hours and 30 minutes, something around there. That's a long trip.
Wait, so how long? Yeah, and especially if you're flying, you can make. Well, actually, Luigi was kind of speaking through the entirety of it, so I can see why it would feel like it would take a long time.
No, I mean, but we have exact time values of where it's like.
But I mean, minutes could be longer or shorter in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, a minute could be days.
Oh, let's see. No wonder why. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention this. Actually, no, I did. They did state they should have been there by now, even in the air. So it stated that. Alright. Alright. When another hour passed, they finally reached their destination and landed there. Luigi looked out the window to see a large wedding chapel sitting just a short distance away from them. The loud sound of footsteps drew their attention. He turned to see Bowser approaching him. "You got a tuxedo in that suitcase of yours?" the Koopa King asked him. Luigi simply nodded. "Well, put it on. You're gonna need it." The door to the Koopa Cruiser opened, and Bowser was the first to exit. He was wearing a black wedding suit and tie and everything, just with no pants. Why did we need that detail?
Why would he not be wearing pants?
He likes to feel the wind beneath his. He likes to feel the breeze between his legs. He likes his berries. He likes his berries to dangle.
He's gonna be wearing a pant. He's gonna be wearing a pants in every single interaction. He is going to be wearing pants in every iteration I am at.
You can't call it a pantsuit without pants. Alright. Hurry up, plumber. We're not going to wait for you. Luigi came into a view a few minutes later. He put on the complete suit with a dark green tie. He exits the cruiser cautiously and stood in front of Bowser. Oh, I see. He's using his freaking casino outfit.
Oh my god. Wait, so he's using the DS casino outfit?
Yes. Good. You're dressed. You forgot an ED there. Good. You're dressed. Now we can see it. The wedding started. Luigi tilted his head curiously. He asked a question. Who's getting married? Bowser turned to him and smirked, shivering, sending shivers down Luigi's spine. What he said next did more than just that. Oh god, you butchered it so bad. You butchered this important dramatic sentence so bad, author. The sentence is supposed to be, it's yours. The sentence is, it's yours, genius. You wanna know what they put? You are genius.
You are
genius. It's yours, genius. You are genius.
You are a genius, George.
It sent shivers, more than shivers, down his spine when he was told that he was a genius incorrectly in English by Bowser. He was scared of English. My friends, we have gathered here today to witness the union between them, a man and this Koopa. Luigi was completely terrified. Right now, he was in the position of a wedding podium, with his bride standing across from him. Beside were the Koopalings, Ludwig, Roy, and Morton, dressed in their finest suit and representing themselves as groomsmen. Are they wearing pants? Are they wearing pants? I need to know if they're wearing pants. Is Bowser just the only one not wearing pants? Is that what's going on here?
He's a man. He can decide if he wants to wear. Actually, he's a Koopa, so he can't decide if he wants pants.
Okay, so apparently they're his groomsmen. Sitting on the bride's side were a group of the rest of the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. The bridesmaids consisted of a pom-pom with black shiny hair, 2 female Koopa Troopas, and a female Goomba. Luigi swallowed nervously and looked back at his bride, Wendy O. Koopa, Bowser's only daughter and his soon-to-be wife. The princess had grown taller over the last few years, but other than that, she looked relatively the same. She did not look happy, especially on her big day. Of course, you won't be happy too if your father is forcing you to marry one of your most hated enemies just to enforce his loyalty to him. She was furious with her father for making her do this, but she managed to keep calm enough for the wedding process, even so, that didn't stop her from glaring at her soon-to-be husband with a look of hatred with her bright blue eyes. Oh boy. Do you, Luigi, take Wendy to be your lawfully wedded wife? Wow, we didn't even freaking build up to this. We're just like, yep, get it done. The marriage officiator, not even a priest, was a Koopa. A very old Oh no, it's that man. A very old Koopa with bushy eyebrows. It's a Paper Mario thing, don't worry about it.
Oh god, I know. I think I know who that is.
You do.
Is it?
You
is
do
it?
freaking.
Is it the mayor from Thousand Year Door? Is it the mayor from Thousand Year Door?
Was it the one that made you do tasks and only get freaking 1 coin from it?
No, I was thinking Mardio.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, that's him.
Mardio.
Yeah, he calls him Mardio. Yeah, that's him. I guess he came all the way from Petalburg. One that Bowser hired personally. Will you love her and comfort her, honor her and keep her in sickness and health, forsaking all others? Whoa, hold on, that's some strong words. Keeping her only onto yourself until the day your game ends. Yes, they used the Paper Mario religion. Oh, thank you. Luigi was shaking in his metaphorical boots. I added metaphorical. He didn't actually add metaphorical. He didn't want to marry Wendy. He didn't love her. The only one he truly loved was Daisy, because his heart belonged to her. He wanted to escape, run far away as possible, but he couldn't. The whole room was full of Koopas, Goombas, and all sorts, ready to stop him in the moment he tried. Not only that, Bowser had threatened to break the treaty off if he attempted to do such thing. He struggled to say the words, but he wouldn't come out. Say it, Bowser growled. He said,
Why isn't Mario at this wedding? It's his damn brother!
Because I'm pretty sure he didn't expect him to immediately, the second he was taken, be freaking taken to a wedding. He was
Mario, you have to come away with me.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm a king. I'm going to be forced to be married. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a king. He was standing behind Wendy so he could ensure that plumber. Also, going to a wedding means that you like approve of it. So he was standing behind Wendy so he could assure the green plumber said what he needed to say. He arranged this so that the wedding between him and his daughter could enforce the green hero's loyalty onto him and him alone. During the process of the treaty, Mario made it very clear. By the way, I just called Mario Marty on accident. Mario made it very clear that what was going on was not allowed. Let's see. It was or was not allowed with his brother in custody. Within the treaty, he gained some rights to his freedom and keep him away from his wrath. But the Red Pest was failed to look past the contents of marriage. Wah, wah. Why are they referring to him as this? If Greenie were to marry someone of his clan, then he would have to follow his rules, not some stupid treaty. Oh my god dang it, Bowser, you're manipulating. Any rights and freedom had to be taken away can only be placed by the king that was him. He'll have to compete with control over the Green Plumber if he wants to return to the Mushroom Kingdom with his approval. He'll be labeled as a traitor and put in jail for treason. The war between the kingdoms will start all over again. Oh, my face is numb.
Wait, so...
Basically, Luigi has no way to get out of this because Bowser's manipulating the contract by realizing that if he gets Luigi to become part of his family, then he has full control over him.
Wait, so does Bowser become not an asshole later? I imagine he would.
Well, yeah, after a while, when you're forced to see somebody every day, you gotta get used to him. That's it. Where is it? Say it or else, Bowser hissed. Just loud enough for him and possibly Wendy to hear. Yeah, it's just like, oh, good, fantastic. Luigi swallowed hard and adjusted his collar. He had to say it. He was entitled to. Oh boy.
He's not entitled to. He was forced to. Entitled means you granted a privilege, not forced to do something.
I want to point out, at these current points, the only reason why this story is being delayed is because they got out of middle school.
Okay, the person who wrote this was in middle school.
Yes, now they are in high school. Almost out of it, but still there.
Oh my god. Somebody wrote this in middle school. I don't even care now about the logical fallacy of this paper.
It's not a paper.
Somebody wrote
they didn't turn it into a teacher. It's not a paper.
They didn't... somebody wrote this piece of shit when they were 12.
I think it's pretty good for what it is, for like this early on of a writing. I mean, there was a lot of typos, but besides that, there's some pretty good proper grammar, and the storytelling is pretty consistent. I'm not a good enough story critic to like properly analyze everything. Also, I just made a word up. Analyze, it's not a word. Alright, let's continue. Let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 eyes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. It's dubstep I do. There. He said it. At that moment, he was a married man. In an unwanted marriage, he bowed his head in shame. Now, he could never be with Daisy. His one and only love. Except for that part where she rejected him, but, you know, details. The minister cleared his throat and turned his attention to the Cooper bride. This music is way too freaking chill for what's going on in the story right now.
The smooth jazz. Oh, I forgot we were playing smooth jazz.
Yes. Wendy, do you take Luigi to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you love and comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and health, forsaking all others, and keeping yourself only unto him until the day your game ends? I do. Wendy said with a mix of hate and anger. Regardless, the minister paid no mind to it. You may now exchange the rings. I have them. Koopa came up with a pillow on top of his head. Oh, thank goodness. For a second there, I thought he was going to use some freaking floaty hands or something. I thought they were going to pull like a Homestar Runner.
I hope to God that they did.
No, they have a pillow on his head. He wears it as a hat. That sounds really difficult to balance. A Goomba come up with a pillow! Because of this freaking broken English, I swear to God. I just want to go, a Goomba broke up through the pillow. He had pillow on head, the gold rings on the pillow. They lay comfortable. Alright. I see the monkey, I shoot the monkey never come back. Okay.
Okay.
It's a Sleepy Cabin reference, don't worry about it.
A sleepy cast?
Yeah, that one.
You said sleepy cabin.
I forgot, okay? My face is freaking... Hold on, I just realized I have a plate of noodles. How old is this?
How old is what?
Oh god, that is some ice-cold noodles.
Go do yourself a favor and eat those.
No, I got this. Let's do this.
Oh god, I feel so bad.
It gives it an interesting thing, because then you're like, oh, it's nice and warm, and then you take a bite and it just gives you a little chill. They've been chilled, they haven't been frozen.
My noodles give me inner strength. My ice cold noodles give me inner strength.
It gives me the tingles of my loins for Mother Russia. It makes my loins tingle for Mother Russia.
It makes my tinkle pink. It makes my tinkle tinkle for Mother Russia. It makes my pink tinkle tinkle for
It makes my dickle pickle.
Oh my god, that line is great. That was great.
It makes my dickle pickle.
It makes my dickle pickle for Russia.
That's it. Okay, so I came up with that because that freaking like that one girl that freaking is good at art, freaking Cynthia, the freaking psychopath, the one that gets upset when you freaking make Dio jokes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I showed her an entire compilation of jokes. I forced her to watch an entire compilation of Joe jokes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then I freaking upset her because she referenced like this old thing that I used to watch and she watched too, where it was like a machinima with freaking Smash Bros characters, but it was called Not Exactly Royalty, and then there was a British Link, and I was like, wait, hold on a second, and then I pulled up a picture of Link in the JoJo art style, and he was Dio, and I was like, you thought it was a British Link, but it was me, Dio. He freaking hated me so much.
Alright, whatever. Get back to the horrible fanfiction of two things getting married.
Yeah, but think about that. That's where I got Dickle Pickle. Because she said that she wanted to name her Persona character Dick Pickle, and subconsciously, but she also wanted to name it after like the anime version. And then I was like, Dickle Pickle, and she's like, oh my god, yes, this is way better.
Dickle Pickle.
It makes my Dickle Pickle for Mother Russia.
Alright, whatever, back to the horrible thing.
Alright. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Goomba. A Goomba come up with a pillow. I swear to... A Goomba came up with a pillow on the top of his head with a pair of golden rings laying comfortably on it. Yes, that is... If this thing didn't have a copy-paste... Actually, wait, I can use the snipping tool, but... I need to just save that sentence just because that is a weird sentence. Just how broken it is.
What are you gonna do?
I got the snipping tool. I'm gonna save it. Okay,
Ow.
I will put this in the freaking Discord just so that you can see how weird of a sentence this is.
I'll look at it in a little bit.
A Goomba. Oh yeah, that's right. You're still playing Call of Duty while doing this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm playing a mind-numbing game, trying to grind for keys to open something to get a limited item that I don't really want, but I want it anyway because it's limited. And plus, it relates.
Sounds like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, basically. And I'm actually actively getting better at killing other people, so nice.
Let's see. There we go. A Goomba. Let's see. I will put it in. I guess I can just put it in general.
No. You put it in memes. Memes me, Elmo.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did you see the freaking thing that I put down? The confusing test answer.